Hey, what's up you guys? My name is Margot in case you don't already know me, and today's video is going to be about my top 5 things that I think you should do in Koh Phi Phi. So I've been to Koh Phi Phi twice, and both of those times I was there for 4 days, give or take. And honestly, I can hands down say that Koh Phi Phi is one of my favorite places to visit in Thailand. It is so beautiful. There's so much to do, and especially the fact that I love water so much, this was kind of a match made in heaven in terms of places for me to travel. So I definitely recommend that you check it out, and that's why I'm making this video. I really want you guys to know what the best things are to do while you find yourself in Koh Phi Phi, and yeah, let's get into it. So one of the things that you'll notice straight away when you get to Koh Phi Phi is its unique shape and unique layout. So when you get there, you'll notice that it's quite thin where kind of the port is, where all the boats come in. It's a very narrow island, so you can easily get to the other side of the island within 5 minutes. Then it's got two kind of hills, one on the right side, one on the left side. And on the right side, you can actually walk up the hill to a viewpoint. There are actually 3 viewpoints, but viewpoint number 2 is the nicest viewpoint in my opinion. So if you can, I would suggest going for sunrise so that you aren't, competing with other people who also want to see the viewpoint at the same time, and so you can get a bit more peace and quiet. But I had went during the day and it was still, a really cool experience. It's just that you have to kind of push your way through to get a picture with the viewpoint, just because there are so many tourists. But that is something that you can easily take a whole morning to do, or even a sunset. Though I think it'll be much more busy at sunset because a lot of people stay up for sunset. But while you're there, you really have to go check out this viewpoint. It's a really cool way to see the whole island and really kind of get a different perspective of the island itself. So to go see this viewpoint, you should give yourself at least an hour. It's gonna take you a minimum of probably 20 minutes to get there. And just so you know, you also do have to pay a small fee to get to the viewpoint. It's 30 baht, I believe, which is not much money at all. It's a little over $1 Canadian and I think around $1 US. To get to this viewpoint, you will actually probably notice a lot of signs throughout the main island pointing you in the direction of the viewpoint. So all you have to do is look for those, head in the direction where they're pointing, or you could also probably just look it up on Google Maps and follow that point as well. Whatever you find easier, regardless, it's super easy to get to, but it will be a very tiring trek to get there. So I do recommend bringing water and fueling up with some food to get some energy before you take on this maybe 25-minute hike. The next thing that you have to do while you're in Koh Phi Phi is check out the bars along the beach at night. If you travel when you get off the boat straight ahead to the other side of the island, you will find yourself at Low Dalam Beach. On Low Dalam Beach, there are tons of bars and tons of hostels. So this is a hub for, younger people to be. And at night, it just comes alive. There is tons of loud music. There are Thai people, doing dances with sticks that are on fire. It's crazy. There's so much to see. It's really nice to go for a nighttime swim. And yeah, you can get buckets of alcohol, for not that much money at all. And yeah, it's a very unique experience. I've never experienced anything like that elsewhere. So I think you would really miss out on something if you didn't take advantage of that while you're on Koh Phi Phi. The next thing that you should do if you like swimming is go snorkeling around the island. So I know that there is a place called Shark Point, which is a bit it's a decent jaunt, a little bit of a swim from Long Beach, which is one of the main beaches on this island. But you can easily get a longboat that will take you there for not very much money, and apparently you're able to see sharks there. So I tried to swim there with some of my friends, and we kind of got a little bit sketched out from swimming just because there are so many boats kind of passing through. So we decided not to actually go, but I've heard lots of people say that it's super cool, and if you can take a longboat there, you will probably feel a lot safer. There's also a little area where you can go scuba diving to the left of where you initially get dropped off with your ferry. It's kind of a little area. It's not a super big area, but you notice if you walk to the left of where you got dropped off, there would be a spot where people are snorkeling. And yeah, I did that. That's what I chose to do. It was a very safe kind of quiet area to do that. So if you want to do some snorkeling but not be out in open waters, that's a good place to check out if you're interested in that. The next thing that I think you should do is a bit of an obvious one, but you should definitely check out some beaches on Koh Phi Phi. The two main ones that I went to are Long Beach and Lodalum Beach, which I said was on the other side of the island with all of the hostels and all of the bars. That's a really cool place to go to if you want to have a drink and socialize, you know, meet new people. And the really nice thing about this side of the island is the waters, it's so shallow. It's honestly like you can have water not even at your hips for more than 50 feet in. So if you're not big into swimming, or you just want to lay in the water and relax, that's a really good beach to go to. It also gets very warm throughout the day due to how shallow it is. So yeah, if you really like warm kind of bath water and you don't mind it being more busy, this is a really good place for you to check out. The other beach that I think you should go to if you're wanting something a bit more quiet is Long Beach, which is on the other side of the island, and it's a bit more quiet. I would say it's even a bit more clean. So if you kind of want more of a traditional beach experience, you know, and not deal with all of the tourists, this is a better option for you. You'll still see some tourists for sure. There's still going to be people on this beach, but it's definitely a lot less busy than Lodalum Beach. But obviously, checking out beaches while you're here is a super important thing. I think it's important to have that relaxation and just really enjoy, you know, the peace and quiet of being on a beach and sunbathing and just floating in the water. And this is a really good place to do it. On Lodalum Beach, they also have kayak rentals that you can easily take, and you can kind of kayak around the island if that's something you're interested in. So yeah, lots to do on Lodalum Beach. And I think it's good for anyone, you know, anyone who doesn't want to swim, maybe just wants to have a drink, people who do want to swim, who want to float around, people who want to kayak. There's so much to do. So definitely give yourself some time to just, you know, relax by the beach and hang out. The last thing that I think you should do, and this is the most important thing that I think you should do, is go on a boat tour. Boat tours on Koh Phi Phi are so great because they let you hit up all of the main attractions that are around Koh Phi Phi. I did 2 different boat tours. One was with all you can drink alcohol. The other one was on a pirate boat, and I far preferred the pirate boat tour. So I will give you the website up here if you want to check it out. It was such a magical experience. I'll insert some pictures so you can see. You get to hold monkeys if the tide is high on Monkey Beach. You also get to go to Bamboo Island, which has beautiful water and sand, and it's a great place to swim. You also get to check out Viking Cave, Pile Lagoon, which is a national park of Thailand. Also just such a magical experience. You get to also go to Lo Sama Bay, which is great for snorkeling, and it's near Maya Bay, which you also get to see from a distance. And then they also let you watch the sunset. They also feed you. It's such a fun atmosphere. It is definitely kind of tailored for the younger crowd. So I think that if you're over, you know, 40 and you're not into the partying scene, this might not be the boat tour for you. But there are lots of options for boat tours. You can go on private boat tours, or you can go on smaller, you know, more intimate, less partying kind of boat tours. So definitely look into those while you're on Koh Phi Phi. I think it is hands down the best way to experience, you know, most of what Koh Phi Phi has to offer. And you can do this all in one day. And it's so worry-free. It's such a fun time. Definitely, you have to do it. Another really nice thing about the pirate boat tour is that they take pictures throughout the entire day. So if you're someone that wants, you know, some physical pictures, memories from the amazing experience that you had, it's really nice not having to worry about constantly taking pictures throughout this experience. So you can really just sit back, enjoy what you're seeing, and the guides will do the rest. And they actually take pretty good photos. I have some really good photos from that day, and I'm really happy that I went and did that. So that is definitely the boat tour that I would recommend the most if you are interested in more of a party kind of scene. And if not, then maybe an open bar kind of situation with a smaller boat, or even just, you know, a private boat tour would be better suited for you. But Koh Phi Phi has all of those options, so definitely look into that. I'll quickly just go over some of my advice for Koh Phi Phi because I think there are a few things that you should know before you go. The first thing that I think you should know is that it's actually a really good idea to make sure that your hotel or your Airbnb or your hostel is down at the bottom of the island, because lots of the nicer resorts are kind of nestled into the hills of the island, which is beautiful and very nice, but honestly, it's so annoying to get to. You're not going to spend much time in your hotel, but it's really nice to have quick access to your room if you do forget, say, your wallet, or you need more water or something like that. So this is one of the few cases where spending less will probably benefit you more, because a lot of the hotels and Airbnbs at the bottom of the island are a lot cheaper. So I actually think that it's a better idea to go that route instead of staying in a more expensive resort where you're gonna have to walk up and downhill every single day, sometimes multiple times a day. I also think you should try and avoid staying in hostels that are along Low Dowlam Beach. It's really great to be close to the party scene, but what we found was that staying there was not ideal if you weren't willing to stay up past 3 a.m. So we actually had a super long day. We had been up at, I think, 5 a.m. just to fly in. And so we were trying to go to bed around midnight, and our beds were shaking from the loud music until about 3 a.m. So if you can avoid staying super close to that area, that's probably a better situation, unless, of course, you don't mind staying up until 3 a.m. and you plan on partying every night. Then you would have no issues, because I'm sure the hostels are very nice there. The one we stayed in was very clean. It was just more of a noise issue that we had. So if you don't like being in noisy spots, try and avoid that beach line. So that wraps it up for everything that I've told you about Koh Phi Phi. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you do all of these things, I can guarantee that you will have an amazing time on Koh Phi Phi. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, leave me a like, and we'll see you next time. Bye!